In this particular application, I'm going to create a main activity, and inside that main activity, I will create 3 buttons. First button will open up my browser. Second button will open up my dialer. Third button will open up my map. So all these 3 tasks will open up my 3 different applications. So that's the reason we use implicit intent, to open up the activity of some different applications or the system apps which are already installed inside your device. So I will create a title. I'll call it implicit intent match parent. Let's just not make it match parent, and change the size to 36 and call it, let's just call the ID be title and text to be implicit intent, and then create 3 buttons. First button will be open web. And match parent. Second will be open call and match parent. And for all the button, I'm going to give the ID. Let's say B1. B2. And the third button will have B3, and we will call it open map and match parent. Now, in each of these buttons, I need a on-click attribute. So I will go inside the XML path and I will type on-click attribute, and let's just say do something. Now, I could have defined a different on-click attribute in each of these buttons, but in this case, I'm going to use the same attribute. If I'm doing that, then while I define this do something inside my Java class, and for that, what I need is Alt Enter. Just select on the text and Alt Enter, and it will automatically get created. Now, for all these 3 buttons, whenever I click, it will come to the same method. So I need to distinguish between all those methods. How do I do that? For that, I need to create switch. Or you could have used if-else condition too. If view dot get ID. At any one point of time, you will be clicking only one button. So I can use switch and start making my cases like r.id.b1. So whenever somebody clicks on B1, because that's my first button, because that's the ID of my first button. Whenever somebody clicks on my first button, I will give the code inside this case. And if somebody clicks on button 2, I will make another case for that, and I will put the code inside the second case. And similarly, I will put this third case for B3. Now, as I'm using implicit intent, this time around, I don't know the name of my activity. So I will create the intent object, and in that intent object, first thing will be my action. So action will be intent dot. Let's say I want to open up a web page. So action view, it's a generalized action. Now this generalized action will depend upon the type of URI you are passing. So it can be used for your dial also, it can be used for your map also. So you don't have to remember all the actions together. All you need to know is that what kind of URI you are passing. So let's say in this particular example, I'm passing URI.parse http://www.google.com. and at the end start, that is trigger your intent. So you see this time around, so you see now in this, whenever somebody clicks on your first button, it goes to your action, that is action view. Action view means open up the appropriate activity or look out for appropriate activity who can handle this particular request, that is HTTP, and HTTP is your data scheme here. Similarly, let's say I want to I want to open up the dialer now whenever somebody clicks on the second button. For that, intent.action view. I could have used action dial too, because I know this is the specific action for this particular action which I want to perform. But if you don't know, you could always use action view. If you don't know, you can always use action view. And here URI.parse HTTP. This time you won't do HTTP. This time you will do tell. This time the data scheme will change and provide a number. And yeah, I need to change the variable name because I1 is already have been used. And inside the scope, I will change the name. And now you have to trigger I2. So now my dialer will open up. In the same way, I can look out for my map also. But this time, intent I3, new intent. And again, I can use the same action view. But again, what will be changed? The data URI. And this time, for opening up a map, the data scheme is geo. And I need to pass longitude and latitude. So let's just check out the longitude and latitude for our India longitude and latitude. So I will just copy these longitude and latitude and paste them here. Put a comma. Paste it and close it and trigger your intent. Start activity I3. And that's all. That's all you need to invoke the activities from your different application. Now let's just see how this really looks like by running this in an emulator. My application is up running in my emulator. So let's just see how exactly it runs. Let's just click on my first button, open web. It should open up my web browser. Now you can see here my Android runtime provided me with an app chooser, because right now it sees that there are two applications which can actually handle my HTTP request. That is a Chrome browser and there is a web view browser of my Android itself. So I get to choose which browser I want to use to open up my application or open up my web link. So I will use Chrome. Accept it. I don't need to sign. And there you go. As you can see, Google is up now, right? Google website is up now. If you change the website name, that website will be opening up here. Now, when you press back, in the back stack, your application was there. That's the reason your application will be coming back. Now, when you click on call, your call, that number which you have just passed there is now there with the dialer. Now you can make a call. You click on this and you will be able to make a call in a real device. In an emulator, no, you can't make a call here. I mean, it will give you a feel like you are making a call, but it's not really making a call. Otherwise, people will stop buying phones. But in a real device, it will be making a call. Last, that is open map. Just click on open map and it will transfer you to a map application. As you can see inside my device, there is a map application. So whatever the longitude and latitude you have passed there, now it has shown you, it has taken you there only. Now it is India now, but it's pretty zoomed in. So let me just zoom out a little bit. Maybe you will be able to. Yeah, There you go. So this is India. So that was the example, or so that was the practical demo for implicit intent. Thank you.